The drama.
It was a one-night stand. That's all it was. I don't owe you an explanation.
The resolution.
She doesn't want to be with you.
I know.
It's all today on Trisha. They had a one-night stand 21 years ago and never spoke again. Do you remember KK?
No, I don't.
Until Fernando received a shocking surprise.
You go onto your Facebook and this woman says, hey, we could have a daughter. How did you feel?
How you think I'm supposed to feel? In 20 years?
Be thankful that I came to you to tell you.
So did your mom ever mention, hey, your dad could be somebody else?
My mom should have told me.
That's some selfish. I mean, God.
Can a DNA test ever make up for 2 lost decades? He caught her sexting on Valentine's Day.
She was texting some other guy pictures of her privates.
What the hell is that about? I did it out of spite, to be hateful, out of spite.
Now he's questioning their 2 children.
Do you feel you're fighting to keep your family together?
I want to fight with all my might to keep my family together.
Could his worst fears be true?
When Josh found a provocative picture you sexted, did you cheat with that man? You said no.
The polygraph determined that Lucinda.
Why? You did this to our kids, too!
Today on Trisha.
Welcome, Fernando. And I do welcome you, Fernando.
Thank you, Trish.
Wow, you were turned out.
Well, this is a situation to be turned out. I mean, you know.
That's your regular outfit.
Here and there.
Yes,
you know,
it's
day to
okay.
day.
So let me tell people about what happened. 6 weeks ago, Fernando logged onto Facebook and his world was turned upside down. Now, in his inbox was a message from this woman, KK. Now, Fernando didn't remember KK until she reminded him that they had shared a one-night stand 21 years ago. But what she revealed next shook him to the core. KK then told Fernando that she got pregnant that night and that he could have a daughter, this 20-year-old named Tiosha. Now, Tiosha's backstage right now. Now, she and Fernando have taken DNA tests and they're going to meet for the very first time today here on our stage. So, Fernando, how do you feel about this?
20 years? Come on, man. Can you be any serious than that?
Do you remember KK?
No, I don't. You know, no, I mean, it was a one-time thing, though. You know what I mean? It was just something that happened.
So you go onto your Facebook and you see this, and this woman says, hey, we could have a daughter. How did you feel?
I was blown out the water, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, who do that? I mean, you know, after
After
20
all those years? You got other kids?
How you think I'm supposed to feel?
So you didn't know that she got pregnant? You didn't know anything about
I
the
ain't
baby?
know none of that. And 20 years? Come on, man. I mean, I got kids in college now, you know, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a good father.
So
I
have
mean,
you met Tiosha at all?
I've never met her, man. I mean, this is like...
You talked to her?
Yeah, I talked to her on the phone. She seemed like a beautiful young girl that, I mean, she never went through no life, you know.
Yeah.
Saying something like not having a father, man, you know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
look, you want to see what she looks like?
Yes, I do.
Let's just come up to the screen here. Let's see, because as I said,
definitely wanna see this.
yeah. You're going to see her live for the very first time. Stand over there. Let's check her out. Let's see what she looks like. Tell me what.
Oh, man. I mean, I can look at this girl. Look at her nose.
What?
Look at my daughter's nose over there.
You think she
Look
looks
at the
like
lips. Man, she look dead like me. Look at her eyes and everything. I mean, I would love for this young girl to be my baby, man.
Oh,
Seriously.
wow. Come sit
Yeah,
down.
definitely, man.
Come
Look
sit
at this
down.
girl, man.
Come sit down. So, let me get this right, Fernando. You don't remember KK.
No, I don't.
You don't remember at all. You don't understand. Well, neither of us at this stage understand why she didn't tell you
Exactly, I
that
mean-
she was pregnant.
When it comes to kids, you don't deal with that part of life. You know, you say, well, how is this child feeling, you know, about this, that, and the other. You know, that's all I'm, you know. Yeah, and I mean, I just want to know.
Maybe KK didn't want to complicate your life.
I mean, but that should have been a choice I got a chance to make, though.
Yeah, I get
You know, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
when you look at it like that, though, man, don't nobody want to say, that's like my daughter right there, man.
Yeah. So what do you think of KK?
I'm pissed.
Well, let me tell you, KK admits she wishes she would have handled the situation differently, but she says she can't change the past.
Right.
She is here to fix it. So, please welcome KK.
It was a one-night stand. That's all it was. I don't owe you an explanation.
Do you
It was
remember?
a one-night stand. That's all it was.
I mean, how can you know a person an explanation when you have a baby, when you have kids?
I lived with him. He was
I understand
my man.
that though, but still,
okay, but
I got a baby right here by a white lady. You know,
Okay.
I had to come to my wife and tell her, look here, I got a child on the way. Do you see that kid right there? Now, I feel like
How many children have you had outside of your relationship?
Just one.
Okay.
Oh, just one?
Yes.
But this
It
is
was a
another one.
one-night stand. And it's like you said, you don't even remember. So, you know, be thankful that I came to you to tell you right
Then I
now.
told her,
I can't change
look,
20
when you done
years
that,
ago.
I said, I'm thankful that you came to me. Did I not? I mean, I don't have no problem with claiming something that belongs to me.
Yeah.
I'm a real father, not no
Yeah.
baby daddy or something. I mean, I'm not trying to just say, well,
How come you didn't contact him earlier?
First of all, it was a one-night stand.
Right.
That's all it was. I lived with Tyosha's father.
Right.
That was my man. That was my partner. That was my husband.
Was
That
he
was
a
my
good
everything.
Was he a
man
good
when
dad? Was he a
not
good daddy?
claiming the baby? That ain't no man.
Well, he really wasn't a good father, but I was young, you know, and it was like I didn't want to be made out to be this hoe, you know, like
By having
you
a one-night
sleeping
stand.
around. Yeah, you sleeping around. You don't know who your baby daddy is because that was not the situation.
Yeah.
Me and Quincy, we split up for a couple of weeks, and while he went to Chicago, I had a one-night stand with Fernando.
Okay.
But it was just a one-night stand. There was no love, none of that.
So you
know?
got back with Quincy.
It was one time with him.
So
That's
did
it.
you never ever think, oh, maybe this little girl, I mean, maybe she looked like Quincy. Maybe Tiosha looked like
She
Quincy.
looked like Quincy to me.
So
That was
how
her
come
father,
you got
that's
in
her father.
contact all these years later with Fernando? How'd that happen?
I was on my Facebook about 6-7 weeks ago, and he just came up on my Facebook feed. He's not my friend. I haven't seen him in 20 years. I haven't seen this. This is the first time I've looked in his face in
Since
20
you
years.
laid down together.
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. But I saw his face on Facebook. You know, it's not like I don't remember that I slept with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And when my heart dropped.
Why?
Because I have a strong feeling he may be my daughter's father.
Is there similarity in looks?
The nose. It's the nose.
And you saw other family members and his mom and what have you, and did that make you think, oh, it really...
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
my heart
wow.
dropped to my stomach.
So how did you tell Tiosha that? Because her whole life, I understand, she thought that your partner Quincy was her daddy.
She was very angry with me.
But did you really think Quincy was the dad?
Yes.
So you wanted to come clean to unburden yourself.
Right, and then I want my daughter to know what it feels like to have a father. She you know, even though
I love that word in every sense of the way, man. I mean, I wasn't gonna hang up the phone.
I know you love
I wasn't
kids, you
gonna
got
do
eight.
none of that. I mean, and like I told her, I was so thankful that when you called me, I mean, when I seen that you text me on there and said you might have a baby, I mean, I was so taken aback to where, you know, it didn't even come to my mind to say, well, I'm gonna be selfish and say, well, Gloria, you're not gonna know. You was the very first one I told.
This is Gloria, his
my
wife.
wife right there. You know, I had to tell my wife.
Yeah,
that, I mean, I might have a daughter out there. I've been running around.
And these are his other daughters?
Yeah, my other daughter Shatera and my other daughter Jada and my other daughter Whitney.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
man, I'm one of them fathers, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'd have had a chance to be in her life, I mean, when she was a kid, I mean, it would have been one of the most beautiful things.
Something. It was a one-night stand. We moved away. I mean, we
You
go
can
from
still
now.
get in contact with me though,
I can't
any
change
kind
the
of way.
past.
You
I
can't
can't
even
change the
remember.
You can't change the
Okay.
past. You cannot change the past.
Which one's Whitney? Whitney, so you might have another sister. How's
Yeah.
that feel?
It's kind of nerve-wracking to not know.
You've
like,
never actually met her either?
No. I feel like
Wow.
you deprived us of letting her know if we had a sister. We all grew up together.
But understand that wasn't on purpose.
It doesn't
That wasn't
matter.
on
I had a
purpose.
one-night stand and I had a child and I let him know that he could have possibly been.
But when you're in
So
a
I feel
serious
like you coulda
relationship
did the
with
same
someone,
thing.
that's not something you just...
You have to tell the truth, regardless if you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you shouldn't have ever did what you did.
That's a hard one. Yeah, and Shatar, is he a good dad, like he says?
Yes, he is. I have a very wonderful father. Like I said, I've been through so much in my life. My dad done been there through thick and thin. Like I said, he takes care of his kids, step-kids, whatever the case may be, he's there. And I'm very happy and I'm thankful for that. And I really hope she's my sister. I am very hurt and I'm happy at the same time, but I really hope that she's my sister.
Okay, thanks, Shatar. Thank you. Now, I know. You know what? One of the things I just want to point out in your defense, KK, I think we've got to remember this is 20 years ago and things change. You know, I'm thinking about, how old is Tiosha?
She will be 21 years old.
21.
next
So that's 21, 22 years ago. Things would maybe different. And I'm thinking your parents, if they were very, very moral, you didn't want to let them down.
Right. I didn't want them looking at their only daughter like,
But that's what I was
wow,
after.
you're sleeping around. What are you doing? You know, because I was with Quincy.
Everybody make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you spill a glass of milk on this table right now, you're going to get a napkin and clean it up. You understand
And
what
I
I'm saying?
understand that.
And
That's
just like
why
I
I'm here.
said, I made one right here.
I understand
It's not
that.
a mistake. But I was entitled to say, well, you know, you make that choice of whether, you know, you want to be in this child's life or not.
Okay.
You know, give me that. That's
So
all,
let's
that's all
take
I
a
want.
break. Let's take a break, because
That's
when
all
we
I
come
want.
back, Tiosha
Man.
and Fernando are going to meet face to face for the very first time. Here is what is more important. We get the results of the DNA test. We'll be back after this.
Coming up,
Up until a month ago, I thought a man named Quincy was my father.
So did your mom ever mention, hey, your dad could be somebody else, or did that ever come up in conversation?
No.
That's some selfish. I mean, God, man.
and later, he caught her sexting on Valentine's Day.
You sending pictures of your private parts, what the hell is that about? I did it out of spite, to be hateful. Out of spite. You know, are you in love with John?
Life-changing DNA results
You did this to our kids, too!
today on Trisha.
Welcome back. This is really raw for my guests. I have to tell you, it was only just 6 weeks ago that KK contacted Fernando out of the blue and revealed to him that her 20-year-old daughter, Tiosha, may be his. Now, in just a moment, Tiosha and Fernando are going to meet for the very, very first time on stage, and then we have to reveal the results of the DNA test. But before that takes place, let's listen to how Tiosha feels about being lied to her entire life.
Up until a month ago, I thought a man named Quincy was my father. And when he died, I thought I buried the man who was my father. Although I loved Quincy, he disappointed me every day of my life. He was never there for me. I never felt that love a man gave his child, his daughter, me. And to have my mother call me and tell me that he may not be my father, it hurts. My mom should have told me. She's selfish for keeping this secret for so long. It hurts that my real father could still be out there, a man who actually wanted to be my father. I'm 20 years old, and I could be meeting my father for the first time today. I can't take another disappointment. I don't want another disappointment, and I don't want to lose another dad.
Oh, please welcome Tiosha.
I would love you forever, man. God, man, look at this beautiful girl, man.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want this in her life, man? That's some self. I mean, God, man, how could I not, man?
Let's talk Tiosha. Hi, darling.
man,
So all your life you thought that Quincy was your dad?
Yeah.
He wasn't there for you though?
No.
Was he ever really a father?
Not to me, no.
So did your mom ever mention, hey, your dad could be somebody else, or did that ever come up in conversation?
No.
And how did your mom actually tell you about Fernando? How was that phone call?
She called, and the first thing she asked me was, do you love me? You know me, I love you at the bottom of my heart. You're my mom.
Yeah.
You're my mom. She said, you promised not to get mad? And I was like, what does that mean? Why are you asking that a trick question? I said, no, go ahead. She said, I talked to your dad. I said, my dad? My dad's dead. My dad's been dead, 6 years. I said, how did you talk to my dad? My dad's not here. We buried him. I told her that. We buried my dad. She said, no, I talked to him today on Facebook. And I said, who? She said, Fernando.
Was that the first time you heard his name?
I said, who's Fernando?
So
And
looking at the pictures on Facebook, did you think, oh, wow, there's a similarity between the way I look and the way he looks?
yeah, and then I started contemplating myself, so I stopped looking.
Oh, in case you get hurt again?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about only finding out now at 20? I know you love your mum, but, you know, how do you feel?
I feel like me being this age, being more mature, it should have been told to me as I got mature, and now it's being told to me now, and I'm here.
And meeting the man who could be your dad for the first time, how's that?
Still over my head.
You know what, I'm not going to point them out to you right now because I think we should get the DNA test results before we do that, but Fernando has family members here in the audience, so you could have half-sisters here in the audience. So shall we find out? Yeah? Who wants to open this?
I do.
You want. I don't know what it says, Trisha, but you've had your mum there for you your whole
I already know
life.
it's my baby, man. I already know
I don't
this
know.
is my baby, man. Please, let this in.
I don't know.
Coming up, 20 years later, is he the father? Up next, he caught her sexting on Valentine's Day.
You sending pictures of your private parts, what the hell is that about?
I did it out of spite, to be hateful.
Out of spite. Are you in love with Josh?
Life-changing DNA results.
You did this to our kids, too!
Today on Trisha.
This is Josh. Backstage is Josh's fiancée and the mother of his 2 children, Lucinda. Now, on Valentine's Day, Josh picked up Lucinda's phone and discovered that Lucinda was sending text messages to another man. And the text message was a picture of her private parts. Now, Lucinda admits to sexting, but says she's never cheated. So today, not only does Josh believe Lucinda has been cheating throughout their entire relationship, he questions whether or not his 3-year-old son, Dallin, and his 1-year-old son, Chester, are actually his. Watch this.
I'm terrified that my fiancée, Lucinda, is cheating on me and I'm gonna lose my family.
I heard rumors from my family. They thought my son looked like my friend. On Valentine's Day, when she should have been with me, she was texting some other guy pictures of her privates. It's killing me, and she sat there and messaged him right in front of me. I just want to know the truth, and I just want it to be over. I just want her to see that I love her, and this ain't okay. I'd do anything for my family. I'd do anything for Lucinda. I want to be able to trust her, you know?
Let's go right back to the beginning. Now, when did these suspicions start?
We've been together for 5 years, and 2 years into the relationship, about 4 months after my first son was born, I looked in her phone, I saw the picture, I confronted her. It took me 3 days to get her to admit that it was her.
What, this is a picture of her private parts?
Yes, that she sent to a guy on Valentine's.
Now, what other things have made you suspicious?
You know, there was continued to be problems, and I continued to question her about her loyalty to me. And she had, you know, like a year after that, admitted to me that she did cheat on me in the beginning of a relationship with another guy that I had caught her texting.
Around the time she felt pregnant with him, was there anything going on?
Yeah,
or do you
see, and at that time too, because I'd already, you know, confronted her about the first time she cheated on me, even though she didn't admit to it at that time. I confronted them both, and they both denied it, and that was right around the time Dallin was conceived, and I was making a lot of trips out of town.
Does Dallin look like you?
I don't know, you tell me.
But did she say she loves you, that she likes to be with you?
She says she loves me, but she has just recently told me that she doesn't want to be with me.
And your love life, how's that?
It's almost non-existent, you know? I mean, once a month, and...
Do you feel you're fighting to keep your family together?
I want to fight with all my might to keep my family together. I love my...
But Josh, let me ask you, because a lot of people come here and they want the truth. Now, what if, I don't know, she said a lie detector test. What if it comes back that she has cheated numerous times? I'm just saying, Have you thought through what you're going to do?
Well, I did, and I told her, because right when I found out we're going on the show, I was really upset because it was still fresh that she'd just been lying to me for 3 years. So I was so mad. I said, "That's it, we're done,"
Yeah.
And I called her some bad names. I called her whore, and I even called her, slut, and I was angry. I was upset.
Well, you seem to think that he is. They're not disagreeing with you.
Well. And so...
But what are you going to do if these kids aren't yours?
What
or
I
she's been
told her
lying?
was, I said, I love you so much. I love my kids so much. I just want things to work. If we can just put this behind us and move on, then I would, I'd do anything for my family. And then when we get here last night in the hotel, she's texting another dude and sent him another picture of herself. And then she freaking, I confronted her. I called the guy and I said, "Look, man, leave my wife alone." And then she says, "I'm not your wife." I said, "Okay, leave my fiance alone." And she said, "I'm not your fiance."
Okay.
I'm lost.
Well, I should just tell you, Lucinda has taken a lie detector test and Josh has taken a DNA test for both of his
children. And all you guys
children.
out there can say what you want about me going back to this woman, but I love my family, and that's what's wrong with America.
Okay. Look, Josh, let's take a break. After the break.
Family's important. That's why our country's falling apart. There's no freaking love.
Hey, Josh, hold up, calm down. Okay.
There's gotta be loyalty.
No, yeah, I hear what you mean. There's got to be loyalty, but get this. When somebody does something wrong and we keep allowing them to do that wrong,
I agree.
Guess what? Your kids grow up seeing that, and you learn that. Okay, let's take a break. Up next, you sending pictures of your private parts. What the hell is that about?
I did it out of spite, to be hateful.
Out of spite? No, are you in love with Josh? And later. I don't know what it says.
Already
I don't know. Are you
20 years later, is he the father? Life-changing DNA results.
You did this to our kids, too!
Today on Trisha.
I'm terrified that my fiance, Lucinda, is cheating on me and I'm gonna lose my family.
On Valentine's Day, when she should have been with me, she was texting some other guy pictures of her privates. I just want to know the truth, and I just want it to be over. I just want her to see that I love her, and this ain't okay. And then when we get here last night in the hotel, she's texting another dude and sent him another picture of herself.
Well, I should just tell you, Lucinda has taken a lie detector test and Josh has taken a DNA test for both of his
children. And all you guys
children.
out there can say what you want about me going back to this woman, but I love my family, and that's what's wrong with America.
In a moment, we're going to get the lie detector test results. We're going to get the DNA results, and we'll work that out. Okay, so let's meet Lucinda.
This ain't fair, Josh. I shouldn't have to be here.
Oh, why?
I know that you're the dad. And you all can think that he doesn't look like that kid, but you look at the baby pictures and they're identical.
So, Lucinda, can we just talk through about you sending pictures of your private parts? What the hell is that about?
I don't have a reason. There's no excuse. I did it out of spite, to be hateful.
Out of spite? No, are you in love with Josh?
I can't tell you.
Do you want to spend the rest of your life with him? You don't?
I don't think so.
So when's the last time you strayed from Josh?
Oh, last night I was talking to one of my friends.
No, you were sending him pictures and
I
telling
did
him
not
I
send
can't.
no picture
You said,
last night.
babe, what did you say? You said,
Josh.
you said I can't wait to see your face again. Those dimples. OMG. He says, where's your man? You say,
I don't care.
I don't care. Then.
Is that true, Lucinda?
Then you say,
Yeah, it's
do you
true.
get that picture of your butt? Oh, will you send it again?
How old were you when you two met? I noticed there's a 10-year...
17.
You were 17. Is this the first heavy relationship you got into?
I wasn't looking for a 17-year-old girl. She had a year-old daughter, and I filled the shoes of a father for that child, and That's where it started.
That's why I fell in
And
love
that's
with
where
him,
it
because
started,
he
and
was
I'm a
such a
good
good
dad.
dad to my
What
daughter.
was that, Lucinda? What did
And
you
that's
say?
why I fell in love with him, because he was such a good dad to
When
my
did
daughter.
you fall out of love with him?
I don't know.
What happens when, as you say, do you say both children are
Yes,
definitely his?
they're definitely
So
his.
will that make any difference to this relationship? Those results, or is
I've
it
been,
just...
I've been accused of being a slut way too often.
But you have been trifling to me. You've been scandalous. You know that you have.
So you've cheated how many times altogether? 3 times. You know about the 3 times.
Yes, you're right. It is enough. And I can't stay with someone that doesn't want to be with me. That's for sure.
But you do
I still love her, and I wish there was something I could do
Is he a good
to
dad?
make this work. You know?
Yeah, the last couple of weeks
Do I
has
not
been...
rub your back every night? Every night?
For what reason?
Whatever. It's not.
Why?
for a
Why
reason.
do you say that? Why do you say that, Lucy?
And even if it is, so what? I'm a male and I want to make love every once in a while with my fiance.
But you rubbed me, so I'll give it up. I'm sorry.
Look.
I just want to know the results, so I can go
all right,
home.
so let's, the results are in. To help us get to the truth is our private investigator and polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta. So, Tim. All right. We asked you, in the last 4 years, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Josh that he doesn't know about? You said no. Tim? Coming up, when Josh found a provocative picture you sexted, did you cheat with that man? You said no.
The polygraph determined that Lucinda...
Why? You did this to our kids, too!
And later,
I don't know what it says.
I already
I don't know.
life-changing DNA results
You did this to our kids, too!
today on Trisha.
I'm terrified that my fiance, Lucinda, is cheating on me and I'm gonna lose my family.
On Valentine's Day, when she should have been with me, she was texting some other guy pictures of her privates. I just want to know the truth, and I just want it to be over. I just want her to see that I love her, and this ain't okay.
I know that you're the dad.
You sending pictures of your private parts, what the hell is that about?
I don't have a reason. There's no excuse.
So you've cheated how many times altogether? 3 times.
I can't stay with someone that doesn't want to be with me, that's for sure.
But you do
I still love her.
The results are in. To help us get to the truth is our private investigator and polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta. So, Tim. All right. Lucinda, we asked you, are you physically attracted to Josh? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Lucinda was being truthful.
So she...
I'm sorry, Josh.
Wow, that's sick.
We asked you, in the last 4 years, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Josh that he doesn't know about? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Lucinda was not being truthful. It was at least more than 3 times.
Hang on, listen. Hey, Josh! Josh, come on. You asked for the truth.
See, so there is more. You're still lying. You're still lying.
Are you surprised? Seriously, you're surprised? All right. Josh, let's keep going. Lucinda, we asked you, when Josh found a provocative picture you sexted, did you cheat with that man? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Lucinda was not being truthful.
We asked you, is there any possibility that either Chester or Dallin do not belong to Josh? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Lucinda was not being truthful.
We asked you, are you in a relationship with another man besides Josh? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Lucinda was not being truthful.
Why? You did this to our kids, too!
No, you
yes,
didn't.
you did this. You did this to Dallin. You did this to Chester. You did it to all of us.
Hey, just a minute. Just a minute. The fact is, the first one was right, that you're not physically attracted. So then it doesn't go right and wrong. It's either all wrong or all right. Now, it must have picked up that you've got some kind of relationship.
It's just somebody that listens to how I feel. No,
to
you
you
don't.
all the
Every
time.
time I
That's
tell you
all I
anything, oh,
do.
I already know that. I already know that.
What is it? I listen to you
No,
all
you
the
don't.
time,
No, you don't.
Lucinda.
What does he do? What does he do when you try to talk to him about
I've
how
already heard that story. Oh, I already know
It's
that.
a story I've heard 100 times. I might say that,
Whatever.
but I haven't said that for
I'm tired
days.
of talking to you because everything I tell you, it doesn't matter.
You're just sad
Hang
and
on,
evil
hang
and
on, just-
twisted.
Do you, at this moment, do you actually like Josh and who he is and how he is?
No.
She doesn't want to be with you.
I know. It's over. I understand.
I'm sorry for that. Let's find out about the kids. Let's find out
easy
about
for
the
me.
It's
kids.
easy for you. You don't care.
Okay, you cannot put, somebody once told me if you try to put your head in somebody else's head, it will drive you crazy. You cannot make somebody love you, and no matter how much you rub their feet. You can't. If we could, hey, you know, listen, if we could make people love us, half the women in this audience would be willing Brad Pitt into their lives. Okay. All right, so, do you want to find out about the children?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, so let's do Chester first.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you want to open this?
Either way.
Either way.
The
Josh-
DNS results, I'm the father.
Of Chester. Okay. All right.
And look,
All
you
right.
are the father.
What am I supposed to do?
Okay, this is for Dallin.
Oh, I love my sons. I love
Okay,
Dallas.
okay.
Okay, open it. You are
I'm the father.
and I
Whatever. It could have been wrong. You didn't know. You didn't know the truth.
Okay, hang on. I'm not going to boo her. I'm not going to boo her. You've got a lot of anger and a lot of frustration in your... Okay, but has crying and being angry worked for you? Has it? Give me a yes or no. Has it worked for you? Is it working for you?
No, ma'am.
So, maybe there's another way to be. What else can you try?
I just gotta let go.
Yeah. Okay, I think when you met her,
But I think the family should stay together. I think they should try harder.
disagree. Because there are too many children who end up in care or in mental health services whose parents just stuck together and the kids kept seeing very bad behavior going down.
I understand that, and that's not okay. But sometimes people give up just a little bit too easy.
You need to engage in some talking therapies to find
And
other ways
I
of
would
coping.
do anything, even
No,
going
no,
to
not for her, for you. You hear what I'm saying? I mean that. So come meet our counselor. We'll be right back after this. Come and meet our counselor. I was trying to help you say what you wanted to say.
Yeah,
and
well,
I felt that you
have
wanted
no
out.
room to talk. He don't let me
I
say
know,
anything
I know.
ever. You see what I've gone through the last 5 years?
I think you were probably very
I
young.
was 17 years old and I got with a 28-year-old man.
And the other thing is, as well, you've had a really.
And all these years of him denying my son.
Okay, well, you've got that sorted out. But listen, what I want to talk to you about, what I suggested to Josh is that he gets some assistance in dealing with his
He's
mood.
too angry. He has too much anger, and I
agree.
can't stand it.
I agree. Now,
And that's
I
what's
want- let's
pushed
talk-
me away.
Let's talk about you. Okay, you had a really, really tough time as a kid. Okay, you are a survivor, though. You are. Hang on to that. You are a survivor. Okay, talk to me, Lucinda. Now, what I'm saying to you, can I suggest that you get some help in putting your demons to rest? I don't think you're a bad person. Okay, I just think you were a trapped person and you did everything to give him the messages that you wanted out and he didn't hear. Please get all the support you can. All right?
I just need to go home.
Yeah, but you also need to know what your rights are and how you can keep yourself safe. Is that a good idea? Will you do that for me? Will you do that for your sons? Up next, who wants to open this?
I already
I don't know. Are
noticed
you
it.
ready? Life-changing DNA results.
You did this to our kids, too!
Today on Trisha.
you go onto your Facebook and you see this, and this woman says, hey, we could have a daughter. How did you feel?
I was blown out the water, you know. I mean, when you get a text saying, you know, hi, you know, you say, how you doing, you know, and somebody tell you, you know, you got a baby?
After all those years? You got other kids?
How you think I'm supposed to feel?
It was a one-night stand. I don't owe you an explanation. Just like you said, you don't even remember, so be thankful that I came to you.
I don't have no problem with claiming something that belongs to me.
Yeah.
I'm a real father.
Now, in just a moment, Trisha and Fernando are going to meet for the very, very first time on stage, and then we have to reveal the results of the DNA test. And how do you feel about only finding out now at 20?
Should have been told to me as I got mature.
Shall we find out? Yeah?
Man,
Who wants to open this?
I do.
You want. I don't know what it says, Trisha, but you've had your mum there for you your whole
I already know
life.
it's my baby, man. I already
I
know
don't
this
know.
is my baby, man. Please, yeah, let this in.
I don't know. Okay. The DNA test results determine that Fernando is
Hang on. Fernando's saying something really important. It takes a lot of grace to say this.
I love you for giving me this daughter right here, and I commend you for stepping up, even after 20 years of saying, you know, you have a daughter. And I mean, I thank you for coming here, you know, from the bottom of my heart on everything I love. And I mean, it's gonna be all right though. You know, she got a father that she can say, you know, tell anybody that, look here, you know, my dad stays in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And come when she get ready. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man.
Well, you know, let me just say something. Just a moment. Can I just say, I know, Fernando, you've been really gracious, but I don't think I can condemn you. I agree with Fernando, and I have to say, it's from a personal point of view, and I'm letting my heart get in the way here. My mum went to her grave without revealing to me who my daddy was.
I didn't want to do
and
that.
And I tell you what, I wish she told me. I could have forgiven her for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, but I was in my 50s when she passed away, and I wish she had just told me. Still now, I'm looking for my daddy. So and it's different times. So she stepped up, and this has been really embarrassing for her, but she did it because she loves you, and that takes a strong woman. I love my mummy too, but I wish she had the strength of you.
I really do.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Life-changing DNA results.
You did this to our kids, too!
Today on Trisha.
It's really nice to end this show on a happy family, a positive note. And this has been a really positive note. And I say again, it takes a lot of courage to come here, own up to your mistakes. I wish more of my guests did that. And you see where it ends up with a beautiful family. So thank you for watching. Take care of your family.